Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Good morning, Craftsman Company. Can I help you?
Yes, good morning. This is Mr. Suzuki from Video TV. May I speak to Mr. Johnson?
I'm sorry, but Mr. Johnson is out at the moment. Can I take a message?
Yes, okay. Tell him John Suzuki called. That's Suzuki.
Yes.
From Video TV.
Yes, Video TV.
Tell him I telephoned. I'd like to see him about the videotapes. Can he call me this afternoon?
Yes, of course. What's your telephone number?
It's area code 413-447-9626.
That is 413-447-9662?
No, that's 447-9626.
Oh, I'm sorry, 447-9626.
Yes, that's right. Extension 162.
Extension 162. Okay, Mr. Suzuki. I'll give him the message.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
How is your English ability?
Not bad. I'm proficient in both written and spoken English.
Could you tell me something about your English education?
I studied English in junior and senior high school. And in college, I took English conversation lessons. They were given by foreign tutors.
Have you passed college English test Band 4 or Band 6?
Band 6.
Great. Can you file in English?
I'm afraid I can't, but I'd be glad to learn.
You would be using a lot of English in this job. Can you manage English conversation?
Yes, I think I can. I often talk to foreigners at English Corner, held twice a week at my college. They say my English is pretty good.
Excellent. How is your English ability in reading and writing?
I have been attending an evening course in English writing for 2 years, and I often read novels, magazines and newspapers in English.
Oh, I see. Tell me something about yourself and your past experience.
I have 8 years of experience working in the IT industry. For the past 2 years, I have been working as a project manager for a.com. I am also MI certified. I'm looking for a team environment where I can join the excitement of building a company.
What experience have you had that qualifies you for this position?
I have worked on a variety of projects and jobs in the high-tech industry. I wanted to have the experience of working for a.com and have learned something about being in on the ground floor of a business.
What attracted you to this job?
I've been searching for a while now to find a company that had a business model and corporate philosophy like yours. I am interested in working for a company that provides products and services to the K-12 education market. My background is in this field, and my strength is in building relationships and solving problems. I am excited and interested in the idea of developing business relationships through e-commerce.
What qualities do you think are important to this position?
To have a combination of technical and business knowledge and to be very results-oriented. My past record shows that I have those qualities and more. Because of my business acumen and technical know-how, the teams I have managed accomplished outstanding results, including booking more than $50 million in online revenue.
When have you been most motivated?
When I have a specific project to complete, I like to know the specifics of a project from beginning to end. I like definite deadlines and I like to meet those deadlines. I expect some deviation from the original plan, but I try to stay focused and not let myself drift too far. I have great attention to detail and like to take my time and do it right the first time.
Why did you leave your last position?
I've set some goals for myself and my career, and unfortunately I'm at a standstill in my current situation. I have begun to explore options available before I spend too much time in a job where I can't advance. My goal is to continue to take on new responsibilities and be a key contributor to the success of an online venture.
What are your salary expectations?
I really need more information about the job before we start to discuss salary. I'd like to postpone that discussion until later.
Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. Who are your financial backers? Who are the key competitors? Does the company have a plan for the IPO? What would you say is the best thing about your product or service?
Hello. Can I ask what steps I have to go through in applying for the job?
It is not very complicated. You can send your resume to the email address of our company.
What is the next step?
Our personnel clerk will screen all the resumes that we receive, select the eligible ones and arrange the interview for them.
Please tell me how to file things according to the concerned rules.
Well, all right. There are 4 points you should keep in mind when you file documents, information and other things.
What are they?
They are: keep the documents in chronological order, remove all the chips and pins, punch the documents evenly and place them in the folder.
And what is the most important point?
You should always remember that one customer on file is the rule.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
From reading over your resume, I assume your English is quite good. Have you had any experience in the writing field?
No, I haven't had any professional experience, but I have always been interested in creative writing.
Have you ever had a foreign instructor in English composition?
Yes, my college teacher was an Australian. She was also our advisor on our English language newspaper. I was the editor for 2 years.
That's very interesting. Tell me what you did exactly.
Well, I planned the layout of the newspaper and then I assigned various articles and columns to other students to write. I wrote the editorial each time.
What is your aim in going into the field of journalism?
To be frank with you, I would like nothing better than to be an overseas reporter someday.
That can be a rough job, you know.
Yes, I know that. But I like adventure and excitement in my writing.
Well, working in an editorial office may not be exciting enough for you. What do you think?
I would be glad to do routine work sometimes, if I could be assured of making advancements in the future.
I think this type of position would be a very good start for you. I am quite sure we can work something out for you, but I cannot give you a definite answer today. We will let you know within just a few days.
Fine. Thank you very much.
How are you, Mr. Zhang?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Fine, too, thanks. We met 1 year ago. We both took part in a party held by our company last year.
That's right. How nice to see you again.
Me too. How is your family?
They are doing well.
Say hello to them for me.
Of course. They will be happy you asked about them.
Mr. Mass, here is a gift for you.
Oh, thanks a million.
It's a souvenir I bought for you from Rome.
How beautiful. I love it at all.
I'm glad you like it.
It's very kind of you. I really don't know how I can thank you enough.
Don't mention it. Just a little thing I did.
Didn't you punch in this morning, Monica?
Sorry, I don't know the rule about punching.
That's okay. I should have told you earlier. This is a company rule.
Do we also need to punch out after work?
According to the company rule, we should punch in before 8 o'clock and punch out after 5 o'clock every workday.
How about the lunch break, Lucy?
From 11:30 to 1 o'clock.
May I ask whether we need to work overtime?
Sometimes, but not quite often.
Are you ready to move?
Definitely. I've got the hell out of the company. Anything new?
Yes, but there is a chance that might be suitable for you.
Really? Are you willing to recommend me for the position?
I can't say, but let me make a call and see if I can help.
I appreciate the effort, sir.
I need help with my timesheet.
Okay, no problem. Have you found the blank ones?
Yes, I have seen them.
Yes, well, put your name on it after you have downloaded it off the company website. Okay?
Yes, I understand what to do.
You fill in the hours and total them for the week. Have you ever used a 24-hour clock?
What, huh?
So after you noted the hours, starting at 0, which is midnight, you just write down the minutes as a dot followed by minutes. Get it?
Huh? What?
Just make sure you show your total, sign it, and turn it in.
I thought you said this was easy.
You are a quick learner. I don't think you'll have any trouble with this.
Mr. Smith, I'm wondering whether you have found a way of considering my offer?
I certainly have the will, but I wonder if I've found the way.
You see, I made what I consider to be a reasonable offer based upon the rise in production costs and the continued fall in the exchange rate of Australian dollar to US dollar.
Let me say something about the falling Australian dollar. We're both hurt by the rising US dollar. We will have to pay more renminbi for US dollar to buy wool from you.
I understand.
Do you? Then you can see that we have one wish, that is to conclude this transaction in a way that will satisfy both sides. What can you do to help?
I think the best way I can do is to reduce our price by 2%, and I should think we could conclude a deal at $98.
All right, I accept this reduced offer at $98 per metric ton fob stowed. The other terms and conditions shall remain the same as those in the previous agreement. Now will you draft the agreement, or shall I?
Your legal department is very good at these things. We can trust them with the drafting of the agreement.
Okay, then we'll bring it over to you tomorrow morning. You'll sign it first, so it will only need my signature. Is that agreeable to you?
Very agreeable, Mr. Smith. It will only take me a minute to sign it and send it back to you.
Good. Let's shake hands on this successful transaction. Hi, boss. You wanted to see me?
Xena, look, I know when I hired you. I told you I'd pay you a salary. But I just can't.
Excuse me? I hope I didn't just hear what I think I just heard.
I know it's awkward, but you're going to be thanking me later. I'm going to make you rich.
You're going to make me rich by not paying me?
I don't think we can meet the delivery date you suggest. It's too soon.
Well, is it possible for you to effect shipment by the middle of June?
The earliest we can do is by the end of June.
How is the project going?
Well, frankly speaking, I am running a little behind. It's 40% done.
Do you have any problem during the process? You should speed things up.
I have little chance to communicate with colleagues when I have problems. They are always too busy to help a green hand like me.
Have you ever helped others when they are in trouble? Most will give a hand to someone who has helped him.
I did, but I am so depressed because there is nobody that will help me.
And you should have good cooperation with other colleagues. You know, a scientific schedule brings efficiency to the work.
I see your point, but I seem to be on bad terms with them.
Cheer up and pay more attention to your colleagues, and the things will be much better. I am speaking from my experience.
Thank you so much.
And you should read as much as possible to enrich the knowledge.
That's a good idea. I can learn many useful things from books.
We're approaching the critical point for success or failure of this project. You'd better speed up and catch up with books.
Well, I will do it better.
If you have any problem in your work, let me know.
Thanks very much. I promise I will work harder.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.